So, if you are pregnant and you just heard the statistic that 1 in 10 men will cheat on their wives while they're pregnant, let me talk you through that and give you a little bit of hope. So, that statistic comes from psychologist Robert Rodriguez, and he is the author of a book, What is Your Pregnant Man Thinking? And so you can check out the book if you want. And what I will tell you is, I think that data point is high, meaning I don't think that 10% of men are cheating on their pregnant wives. I don't have data right now to contradict that, but what I would tell you is most men are probably not doing this, and that statistic, if the 10% statistic was true, would be much higher than the average rate of cheating. We approximate that 2 to 4% of people are cheating at any one time, and as with all infidelity statistics, take this with a grain of salt because people are not very honest when we talk about infidelity. So it would be very it's very difficult for me to believe that 10% of men are doing this to their pregnant wives. That would be 4 times to 2.5 times higher than the average based on our best current data. Okay, so it's a small number. Let's say it's 1%. It's still enough to pay attention to. And if you are pregnant, here's what I would recommend you do. Sit down as soon as you practically can with your partner and start talking to them about their feelings, about the baby, about pregnancy, about your relationship, about what they're scared about, what they think might change in the future, about what they're, feeling now. Are they feeling pressure now? Are they feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm really getting older, or part of my life is now ended? What are they kind of worried about, freaking out about, being nervous about? Talk to them about that. Really, really listen, and then validate their feelings, right? Tell them, oh, of course you worry that we're never going to go on date nights anymore. I worry about that too. And yeah, that would be terrible. So we have to make sure that that doesn't happen. Really listen for their feelings, especially their fears. Validate those feelings. Point out what you hear that's valid and makes sense to you. And then really reassure them, right? Come up with a plan for what you guys are going to do. Some feelings might lead to other feelings. So try to probe a little and say, is there anything underneath that? Are you afraid that once the baby comes, I'm going to be spending more time with the baby, and that means I'm going to fall in love with the baby and stop loving you, and one day I'm going to abandon you and you're going to be alone, right? That's an example of, a chain of thoughts that could lead them to a really dark place. Ask specifically about things like this and then really reassure them. That's never going to happen. I'm always going to love you. You're always going to be very important to me, and we should always talk about these feelings.